All of our Ames sports are sponsored by Bank of Easton, Easton Lions Club, Law Firm of Sutton & Sutton. ECAT would like to thank all sponsors for their support in producing this sports season.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Nixon Gymnasium for this Hockomock League Davenport matchup between the Olive Ames Tigers and the Foxboro Warriors. Tonight, we have a good one in store for you as we have a matchup between the number 1 and 2 teams in the Davenport League. Foxboro undefeated coming into this game here at the Nixon Gymnasium with a highly touted team, as you're going to see a three-pointer go up immediately, but it will not go, and Olive Ames gets possession. Foxboro known for playing a full-court defense, as it was Kaylee Sullivan who missed that three, but down the other end, Avery Gamble's able to get two and put Olive Ames in front early. Here is Erin Foley, one of the 3 senior captains for the Foxboro Warriors, a team coming into this game undefeated. Gives it into the elbow for Chamberlain, out onto the wing. Down into the paint for Reuter, who puts up a shot, and it goes. Here come the Tigers. Hilliard down on the baseline, gets fouled, puts it up. She's going to the line for 2. Some early free throws here for the Tigers as Hilliard able to assert her dominance down in the paint early. That's what you want to see. For Foxboro, we have a high-powered offense led by Cameron Collins, who was last year's league MVP. They also have as Hilliard misses the second free throw. They also have Kaylee Sullivan, who was able to edge out Cameron Durba for the underclassman of the year last season in the Hawk. Collins throws that pass out of bounds. It's going to be Olive Ames basketball. Foxborough starting out a little bit sloppy. I'm sure they'll clean that up, though. Durba looking to inbound. She gets it in, and Gamble collects it. She will bring it up the floor on the right side. Starting for the Tigers is Gamble, Riley, who set the screen there. Both the Durba sisters and Sarah Hilliard, who catches the ball and lets a 3-ball fly. Misses. Foxborough the rebound. Here comes Sullivan, top of the key. A very strong shooter from three-point range. Gives to Collins on the wing, guarded by Gamble, moving her feet, tries to stay in front, but a good spin move. She misses. And here comes Hilliard pushing the ball up the right side. The senior captain driving into the paint. Right-handed layup does not go. Rebounded by Addie Reuter. Collins down to number 13, Foley, and then Collins lets one fly. She hits the front rim. Rebounded by Rudder, though, and gets it to go. Cameron Durba sees a lane. She puts up a little shot there and hits the side of the rim and collected by Foley. Here comes Sullivan. Sullivan going to let one fly from just beyond the elbow and knock it down. Durba up to her sister. She lets one fly from very deep. Does not go. Hits the side of the rim there. Here comes Cameron down it the other way and finishes for 2. Foxborough able to capitalize off of the long rebound as they play full court defense as they are known for. Hilliard with a little step back jumper for 2, no good. Rebound goes to Foley. She's going to bring it up slowly here. Gives down to the elbow, who then gives to Reuter. She puts up a little one-legged shot, and it goes. OA not having much trouble getting through the press, but it's the shot making that they need to improve upon. Hilliard, the offensive rebound, goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Warrior basketball. Coach Costello wants an early timeout, and he will get it. So the Tigers will go and collect their thoughts. 10-3 early here in the first quarter. As of right now, Cam Collins leads the Hockomock in points per game, maybe on her way to her second straight Hockomock League MVP, 21.9 points per game as of the 12th of February. Kaylee Sullivan just behind her with 19.1 points per game. And Addie Rudder, the center, is 6th in the league with 13.5 points per game. Avery Gamble just behind her at 13.2. So Foxboro has 3 of their starters in the top 10 of scoring this season. They are very top heavy as OA comes out of the timeout. Looking to run the floor, looking to play stronger defense, of course, but these Foxboro girls are going to be hitting shots throughout the night, so OA has to make sure that they can keep up on the offensive side of the basketball. As the ball is inbounded to Sullivan, and she will bring the ball up the middle of the floor. It actually gives to Foley, and she will set the offense. Collins on the wing getting physical with Gamble. Looks to set a screen. Foley gets it up to Collins at the top of the key, then onto the wing for Sullivan. Collins catches at the top of the key, crosses over, gets a little screen. She looks to put up a shot, but she's defended by Hilliard. She didn't want to put that up. Reuter lets one fly. She airballs. And I get the rebound. OA will retain possession here. In fact, they will take possession as Durba looks to inbound off the full court press, gets it to Hilliard, and they will push. A little shot by Hilliard does not go. Out of bounds, OA basketball. OA's getting shots in close, but they're just not really hitting them. As Maeve Horseman is now into the game for the Tigers, tries to get it to Cadence Durba, but she mishandles it. Fights for the rebound, though, for the loose ball. As Gamble drives right side, she looked to create some contact, but she gets the layup anyway without the call. As we have just under 4 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Sullivan with Horseman on her on the perimeter. They're going to call a foul on Cameron Durba there on Addie Rudder, who was able to spin off of Cadence Durba. Foul is on the floor, so Foxboro will retain possession. Looks like the foul is on Cameron Durba, as then a foul on Avery Gamble as Collins is able to get to the line for 2. A little bit of an awkward play there. As now 3:40 remain in the first quarter. Collins misses the first. The leader of this offense, in the lime green Kobe's. Coach Costello asking the ref a couple of questions. As she misses the second, but Reuter's able to get the rebound. Reuter, excuse me, and she makes that shot. She's doing her thing tonight early as Gamble drives quickly into the paint. Right-handed layup. No good. Rudder the rebound, but it is tipped out of bounds, and they're going to say it's Foxboro ball. Here comes Sullivan and the Foxboro offense. OA settling into a half-court defense for the time being. Collins out to Sullivan, who jab steps, drives, steps back with the crossover, brings it back over to the win. Foley down into Reuter. Puts up a shot. No good there that time. Almost, though, as Hilliard brings it up by herself. She passes into the corner from Maeve Horseman, who puts up a 3, misses. Rebounded by Rudder. And it is a foul on Hilliard. It seems like every time that OA lays a hand on these Foxboro girls early on here, it is a foul call. Sullivan at the top of the key with Horseman on her, gives to the recently substituted in number 15, that is Adriana Parazzo. And then you have Agasavius. And another foul, that's on Cadence Durba. We'll send Rudder to the line. Actually, it'll be on the floor. She thought she was going to the line, but she is not. Pass in goes to Rudder. Kathleen Farley guarding her, steps through. Nice little move in the post. Rebounded by Hilliard, and here come the Tigers. Cameron Durba on the right side of the floor. Drives, gets the screen from Farley, gives to Horseman, who then gives back to Durba. She's going to let it fly from very deep. Just misses. Cameron collects the rebound herself, drives coast to coast. She loses the basketball. Hilliard contests the three, but it's knocked down regardless. Foxboro opens up a 10-point lead here in the first quarter. Bounce pass by Durba to Horseman. Horseman able to corral it. Gets it out to Farley, who lets a mid-range go off the side of the rim. And the ball will go to Foxboro. Foxboro, a Division III opponent. They are ranked number 1 in all of Division III, while OA is ranked 8th in Division II. Sullivan drives, and she's fouled by Durba. Hit high on that one. She will go to the line for 2 free throws. Like I said, Sullivan was able to edge out Cameron Durba for underclassman of the year last season, and has proven that she deserved that, as this season she is number 2 in the league in scoring, just behind Cameron Collins, the senior, and the MVP of last season, as I've mentioned before. Sullivan gets the second free throw to go to put the Foxboro Warriors up by 11. Inbound goes to Gamble, and she brings it up the floor. Good screen by Farley, creates a little bit of space, but it is stripped away by number 30, Ava Hill. Battle for the basketball on the ground, and it will be a jump ball. Which means it will be Tiger basketball. Maeve Horseman will look to inbound here on the left side of the court. My left. Gamble to Hilliard. Hilliard puts the ball on the floor and goes over to the left side. Lets the 3-ball go. No good. And Collins ends up with the rebound. Gives up to Hill, who lets a ball fly from 3 and knocks it down. I believe it was the 3-ball. It was. 19 points here early for the Warriors, as almost a turnover created. Mary Rhodes is fouled, as she was able to corral the loose ball that was tipped away by Collins. Almost a clean strip there. Gamble inbounds to Horseman, who picks up her dribble, gives to Hilliard. Hilliard on the left side has it stripped away, but they are saying it's Foxboro basketball. So it looks like she may have just lost her dribble. OA trails by 14 here. Here comes Sullivan. Collins drives. She creates contact, but no foul. She definitely wanted that one. Here comes Hilliard with a full head of steam. Gives to Horseman. Layup, no good. Stays OA ball, though. There was definitely some contact on that Collins layup, but Hilliard bounce pass goes right into the hands of Chamberlain as Sullivan brings it up the floor, but she has it stripped. Battle for the basketball goes to the Tigers. Here comes Maeve Horseman pushing it up the floor, gives to Avery Gamble. Gamble right side, goes up, and she's fouled. with just 12 seconds to go in the quarter, she will have 2 free throws. OA looking to cut into this lead a little bit before we get into the second quarter of play. Gamble's first free throw is good. Gamble setting up. Shot is up and good. She knocks down both free throws here as the lead is cut to 12. Sullivan drives past Horseman, puts up a mid-range and knocks it down. She is tough to guard. Gamble tries to pass to her teammate, but the quarter ends. 21-7 at the end of one. OA trailing by 14. Foxboro started out a little bit shaky, but they were able to pick things up there at about the halfway point of the quarter and build up a pretty strong lead. We will take a very quick break, and we'll see you back here in just a minute.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, residents of Easton, friends and neighbors. This is Bill Ames, co-host with Priscilla Almquist Olson of the Film Connection. On ECAT now for over 20 years. We're very proud of that. And we like to interview guests from Easton who have been involved in the film business, actors, producers. We're very fortunate today to have a producer of a film.
I'm Stephanie Weinstein.
And I'm Meredith Keach
And we're realtors.
with Coldwell Banker in Easton.
And wannabe movie stars.
Pretty much. I'd actually prefer to be a rock star.
Well, yeah.
Do not hit panic.
The market is not crashing. It smells of stardom.
Yep.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen, for the second quarter of play here between OA and Foxboro, as Foley inbounds to Sullivan, and here we go. Sullivan gives to Hill. As Collins drives, Rhodes hits the floor, and it's blocked by Cadence Durba. Annie Riley passes up to Rhodes to avoid the press into the corner for Gamble, who jab steps and drives. Durba lets a shot fly, but they call a travel on her. I mean, I guess. Collins on the wing. They screen and get the ball to Hill, who surveys, looking for a pass. Back to Collins. Sullivan calling for it as well. Gets a screen from Rudder. Foley gets it down to Rudder. Ball is knocked away. Foley's going to let a three fly. Front rims it. Fight for the rebound. Lands in favor of Foxboro. Another three ball on the way, and it goes for Sullivan. As these girls do not miss, period. But you definitely can't let them get second chance opportunities. Big collision there as there is a foul on the floor. It's going to be on Rudder. Inbound goes to Gamble, who then gives to Rhodes, the top of the key. Hilliard with Rudder on her with a hand up. Screen comes from Cadence Durba. She drives right. There's going to be another foul on Rudder. So two quick fouls on the Foxboro center. It's still not too early to where they probably take her out. Yes, they will. Rudder comes out of the game. Into the game comes Chamberlain to relieve her with two quick fouls there. Pass goes into Cadence Durba. She puts the ball on the floor and gives to Hilliard, who drives and misses. Annie Riley fights for the rebound, collects it, but is actually taken by Foxboro. And here comes Sullivan on the wing, guarded by Durba, and it is a reach-in foul. Second foul of the night for Caden Sturba. Pass goes into Foley down in the paint. She's able to convert the two. Rhodes driving up the left side of the floor. She gives to Hilliard, who drives back into the middle. Caden Sturba, top of the key. Hill guarding her, gives back to Hilliard, and they said that she shuffled her feet. So that'll be a travel. Rhodes comes out of the game. Cameron comes back into the game. Collins. Sullivan lets it fly, and she knocks down another one. She is on fire here tonight from three-point range. Hilliard, Caden Sturba, jab step, drives into the lane, right-handed layup, no good, rebounded by Chamberlain. Here comes Sullivan on the wing with Annie Riley guarding her, brings it back to the top of the key with 24 on the shot clock, crosses over, Riley stays with her though, gives to Collins. Collins surveying, looking for a pass, gets a screen from Chamberlain, gives it into Chamberlain, who's been in the post for a little bit here, and they will call 3 seconds. As we get a couple of substitutions. Actually, we'll get a timeout. Right on schedule. I had a feeling that she had been in the paint for a couple 2-3 seconds, and that was exactly the case as they called the 3-second. OA certainly bringing the intensity tonight, but they're not necessarily capitalizing on all of their shots. If they're going to make a run at this strong Foxboro team, it's going to take a strong effort on both sides. When they faced them in Foxboro earlier this season, they were able to keep the game pretty close. But this one is in danger of getting out of hand early, as they trail by 22. Some would say that it already is out of hand. Zoe Swanson into the game for the Tigers. Cadence Sturba lets a 3 fly, hits the back rim, no good. Maeve Horseman corrals the rebound, gives back up to Cadence, who gives to Swanson, but she can't handle the pass as Foxboro takes it up the floor. Swanson back into the play. She contests the 3, hits the front rim, but Foxboro is able to corral the rebound, and it is a travel. So OA catches a little bit of a break there. You got to do a better job boxing out and rebounding the basketball so that Foxboro doesn't get second chances. Here is Cameron Durba. She's looking to heat up, goes down into the paint. There is a foul on the floor. They call that one on Cameron Collins, who will come out of the game. Just her first foul. Up to the top of the key for Durba. Cadence calling for it with the smaller player on her. She tries to give to Horseman, but cannot. It is turned over, and Foxboro has possession. Foley to Sullivan. Sullivan on the wing, up fakes and jab steps, then gives back to Foley. Foley crosses over and gives to Chamberlain, then finds a cutting Sullivan for 2. Again, OA having no problem with getting through the full court press as Durba puts up a shot, and she's able to get that one to go off her own offensive rebound. No problem getting through the press, but it's the half-court defense that they really are having trouble with. Foxboro is they have good stamina. I will say, as a contested layup goes for Kaylee Sullivan. Cadence Durba bounce pass is out of bounds, and it will stay Tiger basketball. Maeve Horseman comes off, Zoe Swanson comes off, Sarah Hilliard and Annie Riley are into the game here. Durba looking to inbound, finds Riley. Riley up top to Hilliard, who has a smaller defender on her. She loses the ball, but it is considered to be out on Chamberlain, so OA will retain possession here. Gamble catches the inbound, puts it up, and it goes. A couple of baskets here in the second for Gamble, as Sullivan gives to Foley, who looks at the basket. She's going to drive, spin, and an offensive charge taken by Avery Gamble. Ball comes down right on her, as a strong showing of defense there by Gamble. She's able to take the charge. Gamble playing well here in these last couple of minutes of play. OA is going to need a little bit more of that if they're going to come back in this one. Cadence lets a pass fly as Gamble's able to corral it, passes it off of Chamberlain, and it goes to the Warriors. Collins back into the game, takes the ball on the wing, and they call a foul on Foley. Another offensive foul. Gamble is able to garner. It'll be OA basketball again. .249 to play here in the half. As the ref speaks to Cadence Durba. Durba looks to inbound. She finds Hilliard, and Hilliard is able to bring the ball up the floor. Crosses over, but picks up her dribble, and Collins gets the steal. Brings it up and puts the basket in for two on Cadence Durba. I apologize, I did not restart the clock there, so 2:25 to play in the half. Gamble drives, it is off her knee, and Warrior ball. She does not agree with the call. Sullivan gives to, recently checked into the game, that's Kylie Sampson, but she almost had the ball turned over there on the first pass. And there it is, a turnover. Chamberlain passes it directly to the Tigers. Cadence Durba going to let a three fly, front rim. Sullivan, the floater, does not go. Pretty strong defense by Annie Riley and Cadence Durba there. Here comes Gamble up the right side, gives into Hilliard for a wide open two. Shot up, no good. Offensive rebound goes to Collins, though. Three ball for Foley, no good, and no Tigers jump for the rebound. Foxboro able to corral, but then a quick steal off of the offensive rebound. Like I've said, too many offensive rebounds so far for Foxboro, as I will be getting a halftime interview with Coach Costello, letting everyone know what he thinks and what he saw in the first half, as Durba will go to the line to shoot two. First free throw goes. Second free throw is good. That cuts the Warrior lead to 20 here for the Tigers. 25 drives, gives over to number 15, who lets a three fly. No good. Fight for the rebound. Gamble touched it out of bounds. That was Perazzo who took that corner shot. Costello seems to know what plays Foxboro is trying to run, and the pass by Collins again, slightly errant, but not a turnover, as we have a minute to play here in the half. Here is Perazzo dribbling. She picks up her dribble. Good defense by Durba. Collins drives, and a jump ball. Nice play by Cadence Durba, as it will be Tiger basketball. Nice strong play. Durba looking to pass in. And it is tipped out of bounds by number 5. That is Alasia Drummonds. Durba bounce passes into Riley. Riley back to Durba, and Durba now driving. A little back and forth game. Hilliard's able to pick it up. Nice pass down into Hilliard for 2 by Cameron Durba, as the Tigers are starting to come alive here at the end of the half. Here is Sampson, who gives up to Collins. They will hold for potentially, it will potentially hold for the last shot here. We will see. Shot up, no good. Shot is good. OA able to get some shots to fall there at the end of the half. A pretty strong showing to end the half for the Tigers as we go into halftime with a 35-19 deficit for the Tigers. We will see you in just a moment here.
Yeah, if you just give me a thumbs up or a point. To 19 at the end of the half. I feel as though your girls did a pretty good job of getting through that full court press that they were running, but it just seemed like the shots weren't falling. What are you going to tell the girls in the locker room to potentially get this thing back on track here?
You know, we did what we wanted to do in terms of getting the ball out of the backcourt, and then we just early first quarter just ran 4 or 5 second possessions, which you just can't do. Started to get a little bit better, I thought, towards the tail end. So, you know, we just got to keep going. Definitely, you know, in a little bit of a better situation than we were the first time, which isn't the best thing, but it's a positive look in terms of what it is. But yeah, I mean, we're going to have to make some shots. That's the reality of the situation at this point.
Absolutely, and you're getting a lot of good effort plays out of Avery Gamble and Cadence Durba as well. How important is that when it comes to facing a strong competitive team like this, when it comes to those 50-50 balls?
Yeah, I think we're doing okay with that. We're fighting for that, and yeah, we got to basically win every 50-50 ball against them to win. So, you know, we got to get some stuff going here, hopefully right out of the gate.
All right, Coach. Good luck in the second half. All right. Everybody enjoy the rest of the game.
Go. My name is Harrison Young, and after 13 years of talk show experience, I seek to bring you the best in interviews with some of the very best guests around, including, and here we are, experts.
I've seen thousands of demons actually come out of the mirror one time.
Wow. Musical guests and artists.
If I say how I feel, would you really listen?
And interesting characters of all types.
I threw that kid across the classroom. Look, he didn't try that ever again.
Wow. Join me at Topic Time on your Eastern cable station anytime they want to play it. And what I understand, that's quite a few times a day. I love it.
Want to get involved in an exciting race around historic Northeaston? Apply to be on Expedition Easton, a local version of the amazing race produced by ECAT. This summer, 6 pairs, 12 contestants, will get the chance to compete for the grand prize. All ages are welcome, but each pair must have one member over 18 years old. Think you got what it takes to complete the expedition? Email info@eastoncat.org or call us at 508-230-7200. Casting has begun. Dates are set for June 22nd, 23rd, 29th, and 30th.
Oh, I didn't see you there.
Sick of all the new shows and movies dominating pop culture? Well, have no fear, because Old Time Movie and Old Time TV are here, where we like to add our own flair.
There's a truck out front, and if we could just get the keys.
Man, are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? Those are flesh-eating zombies. They upended our car, okay? We're lucky to be alive, especially Joe. I had to pull him out of the trunk, for crying out loud.
It's been a long day.
Also, make sure to check out the Radiocast, our accompanying podcast where we talk about what we've watched.
There was a lot of moments of just Mac on the raft going down the river, just internal monologuing over and over and over.
We show the classics and nothing but the classics. Well, except for the weird ones. Check us out on all our channels as well as our YouTube.
In 2023, Easton is a tight-knit community of 25,000 people. But with the hustle and bustle of modern life, it's easy to forget our past. A time when Easton's population was 6,000.
Everybody knew who everybody
everyone
was.
And there was respect.
There was respect for everyone.
When kids enjoyed great freedom and independence.
Everybody was poor at today's standards. But we all were in the same boat, and we enjoyed life.
So join me, Priscilla Almquist-Olsen, as I explore what makes Easton so very special with some of its lifetime residents.
I think Easton has so much to offer, and if you're living in a community, you have to know it.
Watch Growing Up in Easton Tuesdays at 7 p.m. and Friday at 9 p.m. See you then.
I'm Ron Van Dam. I've been in radio for 3 decades now and have been doing a daily podcast-style show for a few years. But once a week, I come to the ECAT studio where they give me wine and cheese. Hey, welcome to the program. How are you? Good to be with you. Hey, you're looking good today. Thanks for being here. Make yourself comfortable. This won't take too long. It'll be a little bit painful for you, but in the long run, it's important for you to go through this. And I do a TV version of the podcast. I talk about what's going on in the world and in the area and give my opinions on things. That's both something to look forward to and also a warning. So tune in to see me move my mouth while I talk. Who knows? We might have something in common. Probably not, but you never know. Catch my show here, The Ron Van Dam Show, right here on ECAT.
It's The Ron Van Dam Show. Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of For the Love of Words. After a 3-year hiatus, join me, John Holgerson, and
Priscilla Almquist Olson.
As we interview poets and musicians, could you give the audience a little summary of your background as a child?
When I turned 7 or so, we were car bombed. That stuck out.
And have them share their love of words.
Sometimes I wonder, do you ever think of me?
A thin broth of moonlight caught in the trees spreads across the garden brush, so one side of every stick shimmers while the other sides melt into one another, a mass grave of cherry, pear, and pine.
For the Love of Words at 7 p.m. on Thursdays.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half of play here between the Oliver Ames Tigers and the Foxboro Warriors. We are just about to start the second half here as we put 8 minutes on the clock. The Tigers had, well, I'll put it this way. Foxboro came out of the game not as, okay, let me put it this way. Foxboro started the game not that great, and they ended the half not that great. And OA was able to capitalize at both of those times, but for the pretty much the rest of the duration of the first half, Foxboro was on point. So we will see how they come out here as Rudder puts up a shot, and it goes just like that, nothing but net. So OA going to look to answer here as Hilliard brings it up the floor, drives on Rudder. She is tall, gets it down into Riley, who puts the ball on the floor, gives back, and 3 seconds in the paint on Riley. Seemed pretty brief, but understandable. Here comes Foley for the Warriors down on the opposite side of the floor. Gives to number 3, Chamberlain. Down into Rudder, who puts up another shot, and it goes. Gamble fouled as she was slightly trapped in the corner of the floor, but was able to get out of it. Foul will go on Foley, Aaron Foley, the senior captain. Inbound goes to Hilliard, and OA will set up. Durba catches the pass from Hilliard, and she gives to her sister, then down into the paint for Hilliard, who gets 2. 39-21 here. Cameron Collins on the wing gives to Foley. I'm sure Collins has a decent amount of points, and she will finish with a decent amount of points, but she has not been her usual self, I'll say. Some passes have been errant as OA is going to cause a turnover there. And coming down the floor is Hilliard. The senior captain crosses over on Collins. Ball goes to the top of the key. Cameron Durba is open. She was open. She's going to let it fly from very deep. Hits the side of the rim. Rebounded, though, by Hilliard. Good job of offensive rebounding. Gamble drives, gives to Annie Riley, who's going to let one fly from 3. She misses long. Couple of opportunities there for the Tigers, but they were not able to capitalize. Foley, open 3, lets it fly, no good. Possession goes back to Oliver Ames. Inbound goes to Riley, back over to Cadence Durba. She brings it up the floor. Calling out the play, Villanova. Cameron Durba down to the paint for Avery Gamble. She is fouled. She's going to go to the line for 2. Well, that play worked. Gamble has been on point on her free throws tonight so far, as I knock on wood to make sure that she continues that trend. First free throw is up and good. Collins trying to encourage her teammates as Gamble misses the second, but Riley gets the rebound offensive rebound for the Tigers this time. Here's Cadence Durba, drives into the paint strong, and she's blocked by Reuter. Gamble gets the offensive rebound this time, though. She goes up, contact, but no foul call. Here's Riley from the free throw line, no good. Oh, wait, not able to capitalize on their second chance opportunities here as Collins misses, and the rebound falls in the possession of Oliver Ames. Here comes Annie Riley up the right side of the floor with Sullivan on her. Have not seen much out of her on the offensive end thus far in the second half. Gamble, open shot from mid, hits the front rim, rebounded by Rudder. But it is going to be a turnover, and Oliver Ames will get the ball back with 5:09 left to play in the third. Durba gets it to her sister, who kicks out to Hilliard for three. Off the rim, no good. Really feels like Oliver Ames has not hit a three yet this game. Foley catches, looks to make a pass, gets it into Rudder. Good one. And I believe that's going to be a 3-second violation on Rudder. I'm not sure if these refs are just starting their count at 1 already, but there's been quite a few 3-second calls, probably more than I've seen all season, as Collins picks up full court and Durba finds Riley. Back over to Durba on the wing. Finds Riley, was a wide open opportunity, but misses. Gets her own rebound. Looked to be some contact on the second put back, but there is no call. As 3-ball is no good there, but the offensive rebound goes to Hill, who then lets one fly from 3. She hit one earlier, but she airballs this time. Ball goes off seemed like the head of Cadence Durba, and it will stay Foxboro ball. Annie Riley comes off. Mae Forsman comes in for the Tigers. As Collins looks to inbound. She's looking. She finds her center, Rudder, who goes up and is fouled. She'll shoot 2. Foul on Hilliard. Five-point swing for the Tigers has them down 17 here, as Rudder will try to extend the Foxboro lead, but she misses the first. Oliver Ames has had an opportunity here in the beginning of the second half to get back into this game, but they are still missing some shots that they probably shouldn't be. Second free throw for Rudder is good. She knocks it down to get Foxboro to 40 points. Here's Durba. Finds Hilliard, who drives into the paint on Rudder with good contest. Can't get it to go. Here's Sullivan. Finds number 30. That is Hill, who doesn't hit, but the rebound goes to Rudder, and it's going to be Hill getting the second offensive rebound. Lets a little mid-range fly, but doesn't go. Foley gets the offensive rebound. Sullivan for 3, back rim. Rudder gets the rebound, and fight for the loose ball goes to Mae Forsman. They wanted a travel on Horseman as Gamble comes down the other end and gets 2. And the pass inbound from Foley is errant, and it will be Tiger basketball. They wanted a travel call on Mae Forsman down the other end of the floor. Timeout goes to Foxboro, so Oliver Ames is going to get a chance to talk a little bit as they now trail by 16 points and have the ball back. With 3:34 to play here in the third quarter. We will take a very short break and be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, I'm Jen from Fantasy Crafts. Turn your average household items into fun for the whole family. Let your imagination run wild. It was my decision. You be quiet over there. Fantasy Crafts playing Monday at 3 p.m., Wednesday at 1 p.m., only at ECAT.
So I wouldn't say that Foxboro has played poorly here to start the second half, but they have definitely allowed Oliver Ames to stick around, if you want to call it that. They were up 22 in the first half. Not that 6-point swing is that crazy, but they have a chance here to potentially make it even more as Durba grabs the inbound pass on the wing. Cameron Collins defending. Durba goes to the ground. Hilliard's step back three is on the way, no good. Rebounded by Hill. Down to Rudder. Three ball is airballed by Kaylee Sullivan. But Foxboro gets the offensive rebound as Catherine Farley will be checking into the game for Oliver Ames to potentially try and remedy the effort on the rebounding department, Hilliard back up to Durba at the top of the key. Three ball on the way from Cameron Durba, no good, rebounded by Foley, and she's going to bring it up the floor herself. Slows it down. OA is just not hitting their three-point shots tonight. Once they see one fall, I'm sure that it'll help, but it's getting later and later in this game as Collins is fouled and one. And that is a strong take from the former Hockomock League MVP. As 2:33 remain here in the third quarter. Hilliard comes off, Cameron Durba comes off, and Maeve Horseman comes off. Catherine Farley into the game. Annie Riley back in. Avery Gamble as well. Free throw goes. She's able to convert the and one opportunity. And here comes OA. Foxboro seeming not to full court press on that possession as they are up by 19 points. Rather it's that or they're just realizing that it's not working. Farley gives up to Durba who lets it fly. No good. Rebounded by Hill. Hill passes over to Foley, who is guarded by Durba. Ball movement for Foxboro. Off the ball movement gets Sullivan a three ball and she knocks it down. Kaylee Sullivan is hitting everything tonight. Annie Riley picks up the ball in the short corner, gives to Catherine Farley, who surveys and drives on Rudder. Tries to get it down into Gamble, but the pass is picked up by Foxboro. Offensive rebound by Rudder. And I'm not sure exactly what that call was. It was a push on Cameron Durba. As Hilliard will come into the game and Mary Rhodes will come into the game. Both the Durba sisters coming out here. Collins passes it in to Foley, who misses the layup. Rebound goes to Gamble and the Tigers. She drives, she goes down to the paint, gets it to Hilliard, who's fouled. Collins disappointed in herself as Hilliard will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws here. Lead back up to 24 for Foxboro. First free throw up and no good for Hilliard. Second free throw good. Foley passes up into the corner for Collins. The foul is going to be on the floor. It is, and it's on Avery Gamble. That's her second of the evening. Inbound goes to Chamberlain. She gives to Collins, who's going to let a corner three ball fly. Front rims it. Tried to save it, but could not. OA basketball. Riley looking to inbound, gets it to Rhodes. Here she comes up the middle of the floor now. She crossed it over. Hilliard is fouled. She's going to go to the line for 2. Hilliard doing a good job of attacking the basket and getting free throws, slowing down the pace for her and her teammates. First one is up and good. Farley off, Riley off. Durba sisters back in with a minute to play here in this third quarter. Second free throw off the front rim. Rebound goes to the Tigers. Cameron Durba going to let one fly from very deep and knocks it down. There it is. 3-point shot for Cameron Durba. Definitely important to see that one hit the bottom of the net. Kaylee Sullivan comes back down and hits a 2 as she slows the momentum down, and then there is a steal for Foxboro. Sullivan again, she misses that one. Rebound goes to Cadence Durba, and Owe pushing the tempo down the floor. Fake pass by Hilliard, and she's fouled. She's going to go to the line again. She's doing an outstanding job of getting to the line. Hilliard, the senior captain, the leader of this ball club. Free throw up and does not get the shooter's roll. An unlucky roll there. Second free throw, good. 50-30 here with Foxboro potentially going to take the last shot of the quarter here. Bounce pass, another bounce pass, open layup for Foley. For 2, we'll give Oliver Ames one more chance to put the ball in the basket. Cameron Durba brings it up. Cadence Durba brings it up, and she's fouled on the floor. Sorry, I did not have the clock going. There are 7 seconds remaining in the quarter. Cadence Durba is going to be shooting free throws here as they are in the bonus. First one goes. See, that's why it's important to try and get the last shot of the quarter if you're Foxboro or any team in that position. But at the same time, they're going to have one more chance. Second free throw goes as Durba knocks down both her free throws. Inbound is tipped off of Gamble, according to the referee. Hill will pass it into Sullivan, who brings it up the floor, crosses over on Gamble. Durba definitely reached there, but they don't call it as Sullivan misses the deep 3 ball. 52-32 as we enter the fourth quarter of play here from Nixon Gymnasium. Oliver Ames trailing by 20 points as they will look to cut into that lead early here in the fourth. We'll catch you back on the other end of a break.
Oh, I didn't see you there.
Sick of all the new shows and movies dominating pop culture? Well, have no fear, because Old Time Movie and Old Time TV are here, where we like to add our own flair.
There's a truck out front, and if we could just get the keys.
Man, are you crazy? Are you out of your mind? Those are flesh-eating zombies. They upended our car, okay? We're lucky to be alive, especially Joe. I had to pull him out of the trunk, for crying out loud.
It's been a long day.
Also, make sure to check out the Radiocast, our accompanying podcast where we talk about what we've watched.
There was a lot of moments of just Mac on the raft going down the river, just internal monologuing over and over and over.
We show the classics and nothing but the classics. Well, except for the weird ones. Check us out on all our channels as well as our YouTube.
We are back here for the fourth quarter of play here between Oliver Ames and Foxboro. Gamble driving into the paint, left side, layup, no good. Rebound goes to Foxboro as Foley brings it up. Sullivan driving, and it will be a foul on Cameron Durba on the floor. So they will take the ball out and look to inbound. The Warriors will. Goes to Foley. Foley looking. She drives, gets into the paint, but misses. Cadence Durba the rebound, and here come the Tigers. Foxboro not pressing there. Durba drives, gets her own rebound, goes up strong, but cannot get it to go. There are no fouls called. Here's Foley. Sullivan a long three, misses, but Collins the offensive rebound for two. Here's Cameron Durba, gives to Cadence Durba. Looking to give to Avery Gamble, instead gives back to Cameron Durba, who lets another deep three-ball fly, hits the front rim. And Foxboro going to slow it down. Collins on the wing gives to number 12, that is Bryn Allen, who drives on Cadence Durba, picks up her dribble, and gives to number 11, that is Kaylee Sullivan, of course, and then gives back to Allen, who knocks down the two. Gamble to Cadence, over to Cameron, and then to Maeve Horseman, who drives into the paint, able to keep her dribble and put up a shot, no good. Gamble the offensive rebound, though. She is playing hard tonight. Cadence lets one go, knocks it down from three. Beautiful looking shot there from Cadence Durba. Definitely could use a few more of those as Oliver Ames trails by 21 points here with 6:15 to play in the ball game. Is going to be Aguas Vivas, who inbounded the ball there for, actually, I'm sorry, it was Drummond's. I'm not sure if Aguas Vivas has come into the game for Foxboro, but Drummond's inbounded that pass. Here is Collins, gives to Reuter, over into the, not quite the corner for Sullivan, who misses the three ball. I should probably start the clock as there's 5:40 remaining in the quarter now. Ball is off Gamble, and we'll go back into possession of Foxboro. Here comes Sullivan up the floor. Hilliard guarding with that long wingspan that we talked about last night. Forces her to pick up her dribble, gives to Hill. Hill gives to Drummonds, who tries to give down into Rudder and does. She gets it to go. She is very tall, folks. Oh, that is a two for Foxboro, making it 58-35. Horseman goes baseline but comes back, gives to Gamble, then he gives to Hilliard, and another foul on Rudder. Third foul on her. There looks to be 4 fouls on Cameron Durba. I believe that's why she's out of the game right now. Here's Hilliard, gives down to Horseman, who puts up a shot. It misses, it rimmed out. And they're going to say that she stepped out of bounds. Definitely could have called a delay of game there, but did not. Fortunately, as the frustration is getting to the Tigers and Horseman. Cameron Durba going to come in. Annie Riley's going to come in. Collins takes it on the wing, shuffled her feet a little bit, but of course no call there. Three ball for Sullivan in the air, knocks it down. Gamble driving, a little bit of a cluster at the top of the key there. Here's Rhodes, who gives to Horseman, who drives, then Hilliard drives. Cadence Durba going to let another three fly. That is short. Rebound goes to Collins. And the Warriors pushing it up the floor with some speed. Looks out, gives to Hill, who's going to say, why not? Let it fly. Airballs it. But Drummonds gets the offensive rebound. And puts it in for 2. Horseman to Hilliard, down to Durba, but the pass was a little bit too hot. Collins driving. Drummonds, another offensive rebound, gives out to Sullivan for 3, front rim. Rebound goes to Cadence Durba, and the Tigers tried to give it to Mary Rhodes, but she wasn't paying attention, but she does get the pass. Avery Gamble drives baseline and passes it to Foxboro's Addie Rudder. Turnover. Here's Sullivan for 2, knocks it down, and the lead is 30 as Coach Costello wants a timeout, and he will get it. Hilliard looks very tired on the sideline, as do many of these Tiger players. These Foxboro girls are very well conditioned, and they are primed and ready for a Division III tournament run. It seems like with the success that they're having tonight against a team who usually blows teams out of the water in Division II, they wouldn't have too difficult of a time competing in Division II, because with Oliver Ames sitting at number 8 in all of Division II right now, it seems as though that Foxboro would be even higher than that. Ahead of Oliver Ames in the Division II basketball power rankings is Northampton, Norwood, Notre Dame, Dartmouth, Billerica Memorial, Walpole at 2, and Medfield at 1. So Oliver Ames will be hosting, at this rate, will most likely be hosting a home playoff game after we get back from the break, February break, that is. Here's Gamble, drives baseline, goes up, and she's fouled. She's going to get 2 free throws. Continuing to attack the basket strong here. That foul will be on number 11, Kaylee. First free throw goes for Gamble. OA has not had an issue with their free throws tonight. Second free throw up and good. Annie Riley guarding the ball at the top of the key. It's Kaylee Sullivan who gets 2 screens, but picks up her dribble instead, gives to Foley. Foley back to Sullivan, who gets another 2 screens, and that is going to be a moving screen on Rudder, as that'll be her 4th. She's 1 away from being disqualified from this one. Looks as though it's going to be too little too late for the Tigers here tonight, as they just couldn't really get a lot of shots to fall, as Gamble is fouled on the 3 by Cameron Collins. She's going to shoot 3 free throws as Collins is upset with herself. Durba with a chance to bring this deficit back to 25. Fortunately, airballs the first. Maybe it was best that you guys didn't see that one at home. It's all right, though. She's smiling about it. Second one off the front rim. Probably not smiling now. Still keeping a good composure as Cadence Durba waits in the backcourt as the third falls, making it 38 to 65, 68 to 35 for purists out there. Most of the time I will lead with the leading team when it comes to reading a score. Okay, I guess it'll be all Ames basketball. Not really sure what the call was there. Maybe a 3-second in the paint, as we've had a lot of those tonight. Here's Durba. 2.5 to play. Collins guarding Gamble, picks it up, drives baseline. Goes down and is blocked, and she was out of bounds. when she got the ball back, so it will be Foxboro basketball. Swanson, Rhodes, and Dupil will come in for the Tigers as rebound goes to Cadence Durba. Cameron wanted it, but Cadence could not see her or just did not feel it was a safe pass to make. She gets it to a driving, slashing Gamble, who's fouled and will go to the line for 2 free throws. So Oliver Ames not going to be getting to their league, the season average of points that they've scored so far this season. This season they've been averaging 60.9 points per game, as Foxboro is holding opponents to just 41 points per game on the season. It's looking like it is going to be very close to the average, as the second free throw is no good, so she made the first and missed the second. This season, Foxboro is, like I said, holding opponents to 41.2 points per game and averaging 70.1 of their own as a three-pointer falls for Sullivan. Gets Foxboro to 68. Is right around that average of where Foxboro's been all season. Foul is on the floor as Gamble drives. 1:25 to play in the ballgame. She's going to go to the line. So whether it was on the floor or not, they may be in the bonus here. I believe they are. Free throw goes. 68-40 here as the Cavalry comes in for Foxboro. Their starters will come off with 1:25 remaining. We get some new faces here. Number 14, Camila Burton. Perazzo's back into the game. Sampson's back into the game. Second free throw goes for Gamble as she will come out. Drummond's also in the game, as well as our friend Naomi Aguas Vivas. I'm sorry, I'm definitely butchering that, but I just appreciate the spelling. 1:08 to play. Here's Perazzo driving baseline on Rhodes. It goes out of bounds, and it will stay Foxboro's ball. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will not have coverage for you of Oliver Ames's games this weekend. They'll be playing in a tournament in Lynn, and we only cover the home games. So, of course, we wish the best of luck as Zoe Swanson rips the rebound. We wish the best of luck to the Oliver Ames Tigers. Ball goes off of Farley and out of bounds. Shot was taken there by Olivia Strom. Nice move by Drummonds, in and out. Farley pulls the rebound, and Rhodes will bring it up with 30 ticks to go. Gets it to Strom, who lets another one fly and misses. Offensive rebound goes to the Tigers. Rhodes gets it in the corner. Dupil driving, gives to Strom, who will let it fly again from 3. That one goes for Olivia Strom, the sophomore guard who played pretty much every minute of the JV game earlier today. Final shot goes up for Drummonds, and she misses. And that will be the ball game, folks. Foxboro takes this one pretty handedly, 68-44, as the Tigers were not able to upset Foxboro tonight. Even if they were able to, their destiny is pretty much set here in the Hockomock and in the Davenport. Foxboro will be taking the division, most likely with an undefeated season, barring any crazy happenings in their last few matchups. That's going to be just about everything that I have to offer here tonight from Nixon Gymnasium. My name has been Joseph Taft. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. Again, Oliver Ames will be playing this weekend in a Lynn tournament. We will not be covering it. But make sure to catch us back after the February vacation as we expect this team to host a playoff game. Have a great night, ladies and gentlemen.
All of Ames Sports are sponsored by Bank of Easton, Easton Lions Club, Law Firm of Sutton & Sutton. ECAT would like to thank all sponsors for their support in producing this sports season.